All right, number one, I just want to start by saying thank you for coming, taking the time to do this. I do appreciate it a lot. Before we get into it, I want to ask you some fitness stuff.
Sure.
You're obviously well built. Before we get into that, I just want you to kind of go over a couple things. I know you've been doing sales for a while. You went to college. If you wouldn't mind just kind of breezing over that real quick, or dive into it if you'd like.
Yeah, you just want me to do post-graduation?
Yeah, that works for me. Or even if you had significant things before, I'd love to hear about that as well.
I guess wrestling pretty much consumed my whole high school. Pretty well with wrestling. Took state twice. Got beat my junior year. Won't talk about it too much. It hurt. But I went to Dixie State. I had an academic scholarship. I was going for wildlife.
Okay.
So that's cool. But it doesn't pay a lot of money. And 2 years in, I was at the gym. Some dude came up and approached me about summer sales. And I actually did a summer right out of high school. I freaking hated it, dude.
Okay.
It's that was the worst thing that I had ever done to that point, I thought. And I was at a point in my life where I was making some different choices, trying to get different results.
Right.
Oh, that was something I hated a lot. I should go do it and be successful at it. So at least I can kind of bury the hatchet with it,
Right.
So that's how I got into sales. I run out of breath talking.
You're good. So what was it with school? It just wasn't working. You didn't like it, or it was too easy? What? You've told me before that it was too easy for you in a lot of ways.
It was boring, dude.
Boring.
It was freaking boring. School's not that hard. You just have to follow directions and actually put in the time to do it.
Yeah.
But none of it's that hard.
Yeah.
And you're kind of following a path that everybody else follows, and they have a very boring life when they get done with it. It didn't appeal to me. So
100%. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, that was something that never appealed to me either. I mean, I would still be going to school and guessing what I'd want to be doing. I'm guessing what I want to be doing right now, but I'd be spending a lot more money in the process of that, and that's not something that I would care to do.
Most people change their minds too.
Yeah.
So I was at a party, and I was talking to this lawyer, and I told him I do door-to-door sales. He asked me all these questions. I was like, oh, that's good. But what do you do? He's like, oh, I'm a lawyer. So I'm really impressed, right?
Yeah.
I'm 23. I don't hang around a lot of lawyers, but he hated it, dude. He was quitting next year. He spent all of this time going to school just to quit after 4 years of practicing law.
No chance.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, and that's one of the cool ones, right? Everyone wants their kid to grow up and be a doctor or a lawyer, but
Yeah.
if you hate your life, it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, there is one guy here he's a lawyer, and he does really well. He actually owns the gym now, too, and owns a pizza place here. Small town, you're a lawyer, you just end up owning the whole town.
That's pretty sick, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just in the wrong city.
Yeah, I might be.
Come down to Millard County.
Yeah, just come to a small town, start picking up all the businesses. Yeah, I think they're opening up a laundromat too soon. I don't know, dude. He's going crazy with it.
This guy was a defense lawyer, though.
Okay.
So he's defending corporate companies screwing people over.
Right.
So who's the guy in the Lorax that's trying to sell the air?
What a reference.
Yeah, he's the lawyer for that guy. So it's kind of weigh on the conscience, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that was not something I would ever care to do at all.
Yeah.
You've been super successful with sales, though.
Yeah.
When did you start that?
I started in 2021. So I was actually going to go and do pest control with Moxie, with that dude I met at the gym.
Okay.
And then I knew the Sorensens sold solar.
Mm-hmm.
So just randomly I called him up. And he talked me into going out for one blitz. So that one blitz went pretty well. And
if you wouldn't mind explaining what a blitz is.
Oh, yeah. So traditional summer sales, you go out to a market for the entire summer. And then you go back. They say summer. It ends up 6 months.
Yeah.
Then you go back. A blitz, you just go out for a set period of time. And then you come back.
Okay.
This was in May or June, right after school. And yeah, it went pretty well. So I was like, this is sick. I'm dropping out of school. This is way cooler than school.
Nice.
And yeah, I've been selling solar for the last like 3 years, however long it's been. But
Nice.
It's been good.
Nice.
Been able to make a good amount of money. I've invested almost every dollar. I spent
Really?
a little bit, but yeah.
Okay.
I spend it on stupid stuff, mostly like vacations and dumb stuff. But
Sarons.
Sarons.
Yeah.
I didn't go buy an R8 or anything, but all that money is invested. So hopefully they're good investments. We'll find out.
Yeah. Okay, I do want to talk to you about, you just finished a 72-hour fast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? How was it? What made you even want, like, was it just the Dana White video? Or like...
I didn't know there was a Dana White video.
Oh, yeah, he just got done doing like an 84-hour fast or something like that.
So Instagram gave me the idea.
Okay.
So there's this dude named Dylan Lowe. I think he's a dude I met at a solar conference.
Okay.
He's in the fitness space, and he posted on his Instagram story that he was doing it. Like, he's locking his fridge shut. Oh, shoot. I'm going to break all your equipment.
No, you're good. You're good. Sturdy. It doesn't sound like it, but it is.
Anyway, yeah, so he posted that on his story. I was like, oh, that's kind of hardcore. And then this girl I know, she's like 18. She was in Hawaii for a wedding, and she's doing a 74-hour fast or whatever it ended up being.
Okay.
It's like, oh, I'm soft, dude. I got to do this. And then it was that, and then a lot of boredom. So
Okay.
I'm like sitting at the house doing nothing, you know. But I wanted to take it up a notch, because here's what happened.
Yeah, please get into this. This is awesome.
So I started it, and I was out late that night, and I got home and I couldn't sleep. I'm starving. I'm like 6 hours into this fast, right? And it was like 2 a.m, and I just thought, this is stupid, and went and ate like 5 cinnamon rolls.
Oh, no.
Oh, dude, passed out, slept great, but I slept in. So I wake up at like 10:30 after eating all these cinnamon rolls, just feeling like a piece of garbage. So I was like, okay, I got to do it. I said I was going to do it. And I went out and camped on the mountain for 2 days.
Nice.
Built a shelter and just did it away from everything. It was fun.
Dude, I love the updates on Snapchat. That was sweet. That's awesome.
That's my Hail Mary at a YouTube career real quick.
The boy Carson pulled up a couple times. I was cracking up, bro.
Dude, Carson was hardcore.
Dude, he snapped me. Sorry to cut you off. He snapped me and he started talking shit, bro. He's like, bro, we're just out there doing mad shit.
We were.
Yeah, dude. I was like, damn, I kind of want to pull up.
You should have, dude. I cut down so many trees, dead trees, for Forest Service listening. Anyway, my hands were bruised and swollen the next day, dude.
Really?
So it was night, and we got to finish this thing, so we were just cutting limbs, but I couldn't swing this axe anymore without my hands just hurting as soon as throbbing, but when I let go, like, they'd cramp, they hurt so freaking bad.
Yeah.
So I had a hatchet that hurt a little bit less. It took forever, but I was just cutting stuff with a hatchet for like the last hour.
Nice.
That was fun.
Dude, that shelter you built was sick.
Dude, it was huge. Like, it was way too big. I understand why people build like little lean-tos now.
Yeah.
That was almost like a cabin if we cut a little bit more. But it was 8 feet, maybe 9 feet tall, 10 feet long, and 8 feet wide.
Okay.
You could walk around in it.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you had like a picture of your truck next to it. I think it was kind of, or maybe it was 2 separate pictures, but you could kind of see like the size. Dude, it looked gnarly. It looked sweet.
It took like 8 hours of consistent dude. So the only thing that you can eat or drink rather on this fast is black coffee or tea.
Okay.
That and water. So he brought me up some coffee, and I brought up my coffee grounds.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't freaking start the fire. I'd starve to death if I was stuck out there. But he brought some gas. We started a fire and then made coffee with snow. That was sick too.
That's sweet.
For the caffeine hit, we got to work.
Yeah. That's awesome.
It was 8 hours of freaking hauling logs and stuff.
So did Carson participate in the fast at all, or was he just helping with the building?
He came up and helped build.
The cabin build. Or shelter, I guess.
Although all that I saw him eat was Jolly Ranchers, so
nice.
Kinda, I guess.
Okay.
He came up and did a cold dip too.
Yeah, I saw that. That was awesome.
That's cool.
How long were you guys in there?
Just over 2 minutes. It was like 2.5 minutes, but So I told him it was freezing, dude. So the entire lake's frozen. The only part that's not frozen is where the stream comes in.
Oh.
And I could see ice crystals floating like in the
way.
moving water. So that water was 32.1 degrees. I'm positive. But so I told him to set a timer for a minute. I watched him set the timer on his phone. We go in. I lay down. I keep looking over. Like, dude, you set that for a minute, right? Oh, yeah, I set that for a minute. It's the longest minute ever, but it was a minute, right? And anyway, after sitting in there forever, I did not believe him. So I told him we were going to dunk our heads and we're going to go over. And he set it for 31 minutes.
31 minutes, dude. No shot.
Yeah. So we did 2.5 minutes. And yeah, we'd have got dead waiting on that timer.
Oh, so. Yeah. You're like, but, man, this is a long minute, but that would have been ridiculous.
When I got out, my feet were completely numb. So my hands and my feet are completely numb. They started like vibrating in the water, which is cool. But I ran over. I had to get my phone because I filmed it, of course. Doesn't count if it's not on the internet. But I ran back to the truck barefoot, and there's rocks and snow and stuff. And I didn't feel anything, but as soon as my foot thawed out, I bruised the bottom of my foot so bad on something. It still hurts right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Shoot.
It was fun.
Yeah, that sounds terrible in so many different ways. So you just like to do whatever will, I don't even know. I mean, just destroy your mind and make you, I guess, David Goggins in some kind of way.
Not to that level for sure. That dude is something else. But yeah, stuff that's, I don't know why, stuff that sucks, it appeals to me for some reason.
Yeah.
So it's fun to do, but...
Well, there's a good amount of suck will make your life easier, I think. Just regular life, day to day, laying in bed, no anxiety because you've had so much suck earlier in the day. That's why I love the gym. I mean, it takes away all like the depressive thoughts and the anxiety and the... I don't like a big one for me is like money. Mm-hmm. Like I stress out about money so much, but when I like really wear myself down, it's like, oh yeah, it's not a problem, it's just something that comes and goes, you know. Yeah. It's a lot less of a worry, so that's pretty sick. But
our society really pushes you to make money too.
Yeah,
especially as a man, like if you're not making money here.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, I still feel that, so
yeah. Well, you're doing well, so
it doesn't go away though.
Really?
Yeah,
you get to a certain point and then it's just like next level, or
yeah, you just keep moving your goalposts.
Yeah.
So you'd be like, oh, I'll be happy when I make $100,000. And you make $100,000, and then now it's just moved down the road. You're looking at something else. So
right.
At a certain point, unless you're trying to be Jeff Bezos or like you're just doing it to make money and you enjoy making money, at a certain point you got to kind of realize it's never going to be there.
Yeah. I think if I could get to a point where I don't have to worry about like paying for my meal, like no matter how expensive the meal is, that's where I'd become like completely set. That's where I would consider myself set. Mm-hmm. When I don't have to worry about like the things that I'm going to eat, where I'm going to sleep, you know, when you just have your bases covered, man, that's a good life.
Yeah. That's all you really need.
Yeah. Okay, I got a couple questions here. So, I don't know what you would consider yourself, if it's like a natural bodybuilder or whatever, but like what pushed you initially to like the bodybuilding, health and fitness? Like what pushed you to that in the first place? Is it just like longevity, or do you have like certain goals that you're trying to achieve?
So I've always been in sports, and exercise has always been a part of my life. I started wrestling when I was 3 or 4.
Okay.
So it was a little weird to just stop wrestling, and then your body is just used to this constant stress all the time, and then it's gone.
Right.
It's weird. You get anxiety, you feel jittery, you don't feel right. So initially I was going for that, and then I actually stopped for a couple of years in college. I had a girlfriend. I still hiked a lot. I was active, but I wasn't lifting weights, wrestling, or anything. Ended that relationship and just bored at the house. I had nothing to do. Stressed, sad, not feeling great. So I'd go to the gym and then just take out all that extra emotion. I started running 10 miles a day.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
It was another thing that I just I was thinking like, oh, what would suck the most to do? And then the answer was to hit a 3-hour leg day and then run 10 miles.
Oh my goodness.
Well, dude, I did it. And I was like 5 miles in. So I decided to run from exit 2 in St. George. I think it's exit 2. It's the Sun River one. So I parked at the golf course. I ran to Arizona.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I got to Arizona. I was like, oh, I'm not that tired. I kept going. Anyway, so I kept running forever. I went more than 10 miles on that day, but I felt really good after. Like, all
Nice.
the emotion was just gone. I felt
Yeah.
amazing. Felt like going out doing stuff. So I got addicted to doing that.
Yeah, so if you're sad, just be Forrest Gump.
Straight up.
That's crazy.
There's a weird thing with running. It resets your... You just get runner's high, right?
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what it does, but it does something that lifting doesn't really do. It's a different thing.
It's like a
So-
dopamine rush of some sort.
It's just... When you lift, you're kind of amped up, right? You feel great after you're done, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But when you run, it's just a very calm, like, just deep down you feel good.
Yeah.
It's a different type of thing.
Well, running's weird because when you're lifting, or at least when I'm lifting, I'm trying to think of like the muscles, how I'm moving them, what I'm activating, trying to self-correct constantly while I'm lifting. Running, though, you're almost kind of in this like meditative state. I don't know what you focus on mostly when you're running, but it's hard to not focus on your breath. Like, you're just like, how can I control this better? Okay, and then you pick up the pace, and then you got to change your breath. Like, it's almost exactly what meditation is supposed to be. It was focusing on your breath. I don't know, when you're running in like just outdoors, I guess that'd be a little different because you gotta, combine obstacles with possibly, But yeah, that's crazy.
Anything over 20 minutes, and you can get to that state.
Yeah.
So if you can push yourself for 20 minutes, it's a combination of breath. I think breath's probably the biggest part for your heart rate being up, and then just having to control those thoughts. 'Cause
Yeah.
the first 20 minutes sucks. Like, same thing with knocking doors, lifting without pre-workout. It's the first, at least. And running, it's going to suck for 20 minutes. But after 20 minutes, you could go almost all day. Feels great.
I don't run. I'm not gonna lie. I hate running.
I have over 200 pounds now, so I don't run as much as I should. But
That's hard on the knees.
yeah.
How much do you weigh right now?
So when I started that fast, I was 217,
Okay.
which that's one of the higher days that I've weighed. I've been up to 220,
Okay.
but I don't feel great being this heavy, really. I'm starting to feel slow.
Yeah.
So at the end of it, I was 206 with all my clothes on. So pretty much wearing the same thing I'm wearing now plus a hoodie. I think I was probably around 204 without shoes and pants on. But
Okay.
I'm probably back up to 210, dude. I've been eating.
Yeah.
Yeah. that meat I gave you, I ate 2 packages in
Nice.
one sitting.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
It was a lot.
Yeah, you said the raspberries right after the fast weren't as wonderful as you were hoping.
Dude, I think after just not having food in your body for that long, 0 sugar, right? When the raspberries hit, the insulin spiked. I got super kind of hot.
Yeah.
Hot flush and really energetic, and then I just crashed. I was tired.
Yeah.
But I was also sitting watching wrestling, so if I was up moving, I probably would have gone through a little better.
Yeah. Yeah. You didn't like specifically go to the gym. Did I say that right? That sounded so weird in the headphones for some reason. You didn't like specifically go to the gym though when you were doing the fast, right?
So because I was on the mountain, the first night I went to the gym in the morning.
Okay.
I ate. No, this is wrong actually, because I woke up late. Woke up late, ate my last meal right before noon, and then it started at noon, and then I just drove down, stopped at a friend's house. Right, I was doing nothing. Went to my house, got some supplies from my parents' house rather, and went up the mountain, and it was dark, and just kind of set up.
Okay.
Dark. The second day, I worked my ass off building this shelter. I haven't worked that hard manually in a long time. So that wasn't the gym.
And how was like energy that day?
Excellent.
Really?
Yeah, it was excellent. Even up to the third day. The third day I went to the gym in the morning, and I lifted with my older brother. We hit a good back day, and I was definitely weaker.
Okay.
I had really good energy, actually. I had just as much energy as normal, but I was more aggressive. Like I was more angry,
Yeah.
a little bit more irritable. But I remember we were doing pull-ups to warm up, and I'll usually do 3 sets of 12 as part of the warm-up. And I hit the first set of 12, went up easy. I was like, oh, it's going to be a good day. And I got up again. I barely did 6.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Third said I could only do 5.
Holy cow.
So, yeah. Fatigue quick.
Yeah. No glycogen in the muscles.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Straight ketones.
Yeah.
So.
That's crazy. I was on the verge of doing it. I was on the verge. Because I've been, just since I began lifting, which is not long, just over 4 months, I've been doing my best to keep bulking. So I've been like right around 400 or 4,000 calories on the bulk. And then right before the start of this month, I just couldn't get down what I was wanting to get down. I was like right around 3,200 calories for like 3-4 days. So I was like, hey, I guess I just got to call it and go on a cut or do something. So I was considering doing the 72-hour fast, but I guess it would have been like 13 hours in, because it would have been after I fell asleep. I didn't eat from like 10:30 until, I don't know, it was like right around 2 o'clock. I'm like, oh man, should I just stick to it and not eat? And then I don't know, I can't remember what food that I saw, but I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to eat that. I think that's what I'm going to eat.
It's hard to do when you're around food. And the first day is by far the hardest.
Yeah.
The first 8 hours were the hardest, which is really weird. You still have all the sugar stores, your liver's still full of glycogen, right?
Right.
But that's when you're the hungriest.
Mm-hmm.
The second day, before going to sleep, kind of sucked. But other than that, it was alright.
Okay. Yeah, Dana, when I was listening to what he said, it was like right around the 50-hour mark, he just felt like he could keep going.
Oh, forever.
Yeah.
So, just because it was on a timer and I knew I was only going to do 72 hours, the whole morning I'm like watching the clock, but you're not hungry.
Yeah.
It's kind of a weird feeling. You're just very, very, very mellow, relaxed, but you still have good energy.
Okay.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah. I've definitely noticed my energy drop off, at least at the gym, since I started cutting.
Mm-hmm.
Not full of sugar and, glycogen, obviously. And so, putting up, I'm still doing pretty lightweight, but putting up a plate and a 10 on inclined bench, it's becoming difficult. It's becoming difficult, and I'm only 5 days into the to this cut, or whatever you want to call it. But
oh man, so as far as cutting and bulking goes, and again, I'm not a bodybuilder, I'm not a fitness coach, I'm just a guy that goes to the gym a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't like cutting and bulking very much.
Okay. I wanted to hear your opinion on this anyway, so.
Consistency.
Yeah.
I like consistency. So the only reason that I wanted to do the fast was for fun, pretty much.
Okay.
To do it, for it to suck, and then hopefully be entertaining for somebody.
You're such a psycho.
This is when you hate yourself just a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, but I think the best thing is creating something that you're going to stick to and that is going to be fun for you.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have the most results if you're having fun with it. And for me, I don't love to diet, really. Like, I want to eat what I want to eat. I still eat really clean because it makes me feel good. But I'll do intermittent fasting just because in the morning I'm probably going to drink caffeine. I'm not going to be really hungry anyway.
Yeah.
And that helps keep you really lean. If you eat good things, you can eat as much as you want of it.
Right.
Until literally as much as you want of it. You're not going to get fat eating vegetables, fruit, and protein.
Mm-hmm.
It's when you start eating donuts and cinnamon rolls, which you can eat. I do, but that's how you get fat.
Yeah. I love eating that stuff.
Yeah, and if you're working hard at the gym and you're intermittent fasting, you can eat quite a bit of that stuff without gaining any fat.
Mm-hmm. That is for sure true. I mean, I was able to gain quite a lot of fat. I'm already down, I think, like 6 pounds. Because I got up to 163, comparative to what I was when I was doing cells with you there for a few months. I think I was 132.
You're light.
I was little, yeah.
Light.
So within 4 months, I put on, 30 pounds.
That's
close
crazy.
to 30 pounds.
That's
And,
crazy.
yeah, I'm already down. I think, last time I checked was yesterday. I think I was 150, I want to say 156.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure. But I want to see what that correlates to is like after this month, because I'm just trying to trim off all the fat.
Yeah.
And then, that's the idea. Get the fat off with cutting and bulking. But
And if you're going to compete, I'm sure, because there's a reason people do it. People that are very successful in that industry and bodybuilding will do cuts and bulks, but
I don't ever plan on competing. I would just like to get to like a certain physique.
Yeah.
And then hopefully just stay there. But I have heard a lot about cutting and bulking, so that's why I chose that method,
Yeah. Well, if you enjoy it, if it's fun to do, because it kind of can be fun to count your macro or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But for me, I just like going to the gym. It's just I don't know why it's fun.
Yeah.
And
I like
don't
it
worry
too.
so much about what I eat. I just go to the gym every day. I've had to cut back actually because I'm not recovering as fast as I used to.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I don't know if this is true. There's a guy on YouTube. What's his name? Mike Meltzer.
Yeah.
Whatever his name is.
From like the 50s or something like that.
Yeah, he's hella old. But he's always talking about how the more muscle you put on, the more recovery you have to do.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was leaner, I used to be like 180, 185. That's when I was lifting a ton and running all those miles. I'd recover fine. I was also 21, but I don't know if that makes much of a difference.
Yeah.
But the more and
well, you're
more
only like,
muscle I
what,
put
22 now?
on, 23.
Okay.
I'm like 20, coming up on 24. But I put on 40 pounds of muscle.
Wow.
Yeah. So it doesn't bounce back as quick as I'd like it to.
That's crazy. That's so weird because I would think the complete opposite.
You think you come back quicker?
You would think, well, actually, no. When you think about it, that makes total sense. You have a lot more muscle that you're doing damage to, so you're probably going to be sore for a lot longer.
I think I do harder workouts than I used to as well.
Yeah.
So I'm not running crazy miles, and I just lift a lot heavier than I used to. I didn't go over 2 plates on much then. I was just doing reps, and I'll go a lot heavier now. But
As far as reps, like, I don't know, I've been doing all mine, pretty much almost every workout. I'll do about 8 sets of everything, and then go to pretty much complete failure on everything that I can. If I don't have a spot, obviously, I'm going to cut it a little early on, like, a bench or anything like that. But do you know what the best thing to do is with your reps? Because I know like 8 sets is considered like probably your best option as far as like muscle atrophy and regrowth. But after that, like as far as the actual reps go, are you hitting like a certain I don't know, like are you hitting your peak at a certain point in reps, or does that more just so matter towards sets?
so I don't have a good answer for that because what I train for is whatever I want my body to be able to do. So if I want to be able to lift heavy stuff a long time, I'll just force my body to lift heavy stuff for a long time. Okay. And I know it's not optimal. There's a lot of junk volume going into that.
Maybe.
I'm a pretty firm believer of just forcing your body to do something.
Yeah.
If you want it to be able to do it. So I do a lot of isometric stuff. As far as sets and reps, I'm usually in the 4 to 8 rep range.
Okay.
If I'm going heavy on deadlift, I might even go down to like 1 or 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I'll do 5 or 6 sets per lift.
Okay.
So if I'm doing a leg day, I'm there forever. I'm there for like 3 hours.
Wow.
So I got to do at least 2 quad focus, at least 2 hamstring focus. I got to hit everything. If it's like a push day, I'll hit 2 chest, 2 shoulder, and then too, and I never hit triceps actually.
Really?
Nah, I never hit tris or bis.
Really?
Almost ever. Nah.
That's insane to me because you were both of those muscles on you are, I mean, ginormous. Did you for a long time?
No.
Really?
No.
You've never hit them?
No, it's an accessory muscle, and it's generally the first muscle to get tired. I'll hit things that, chin-ups rather. Chin-ups where your hand is facing your face.
Mm-hmm.
Those are going to wreck your biceps.
For sure.
Those are very good for biceps.
Was it like straight bar pull down?
Straight
like
bar pull down? Yeah, that too. Really in most things for back, rows, anything where you're pulling, you're hitting biceps.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't feel the need to go get a mean bicep pump most of the time.
That's crazy.
For triceps, dips.
Yeah.
Dips are amazing. Push-ups are amazing. Obviously bench. I mostly do dumbbell stuff now.
Okay.
For shoulder health.
Yeah.
Not for triceps per se, but yeah. Don't feel the need to hit
Wow. I never would have guessed that. That's insane. I was actually thinking about getting, well, I am getting for Christmas wrist straps because I wanted to take biceps out of the equation like completely or as close to completely when I'm doing like back and, you know, pull downs and things like that because I would rather hit it on its own and try to not, you know, atrophy the muscle when I'm actually doing a back workout, back focused workout, or something similar to that. But man, you got me questioning whether I should do that or not now.
I don't use wrist straps because if your body can't pick it up without the wrist straps, you probably shouldn't be picking it up to me.
Mm.
I also have pretty weak grip strength, all things considered. I want that to be better.
Yeah.
But a lot of people use wrist straps, and if that helps you focus on that muscle group, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Because I do have the only thing that I can hit my back on without hitting my biceps are going to be rear delt flies and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some face pulls, but...
Yeah, I like face pulls. I like face pulls a lot. I do laying face pulls, so I get like a W bar and lay down on a bench and put like, I don't know what it translates to, but like 75 pounds on a machine, a wire machine, and go ham on those until they're pumped to hell.
I've never tried that. That actually sounds pretty good.
I was seeing a clip of Sam Sulek do it, and so I was like, man, I gotta try that.
Yeah, that dude's a freaking fridge.
He's a beast.
Fridge,
He's a fridge. That's a great way to put it. Yeah, he's a fridge.
He is a straight up fridge.
Yeah.
Unit.
Steroids to the gills, dude.
Yeah.
You can, yeah. He's definitely pumped full of steroids.
The steroids scare me.
Yeah.
It's at 23, in your 20s and even your 30s, you should be pretty okay hormone-wise.
Yeah.
I also don't want to look like Sam Sulek.
Yeah, I don't care to look like that at all.
It's a little too jacked for me.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Anything over 200 pounds for me is like approaching the territory of just straight up monster.
Yeah. I have a little bit of body dysmorphia.
Yeah.
So I'll see myself in a mirror. I think I look pretty athletic, pretty trim. And then recently I've seen pictures of myself, like shirtless, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, bro,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
I am also a fridge.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was that big. When I see pictures of myself, holy cow.
I was telling just some of my friends about you because I was going to have you on the podcast. And they're like, Caleb, I don't know Caleb. And I was like, dude, he's natural and he does not look it at all. At all. And they're like, no way, do you have any pics? So I started going through your Instagram. I'm like, well, I'll see if there's anything on here. Make sure this didn't shut off. Sorry.
You're good.
So I started going through your Instagram, and I was showing, I think it was Landon, the bee guy, pictures of you, or maybe it was Jose, but either way, they were like, holy shit, dude, no way he's natural. And I was like, yeah, dude, that's straight up natural, according to him.
It's always that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, when I started to think that maybe I was actually pretty big, was when I'd have a few people come up to me a day in the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's been going consistently now for a few months. So, I just try to do something with it. It sounds fun, but yeah.
That's pretty sweet, dude.
I went to this, it was a manager retreat, and that was about the first question that people would ask me.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you look great. Are you taking anything?
What do you take?
Okay, so I was completely on nothing at all for a very long time, and then I started taking pre-workout, and pre-workout was pretty great.
Yeah, I started that like 2 months in.
Well, I quit pre-workout eventually.
I ran out, so
Yeah.
as of right now, so did I.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff. I was taking Bucked Up, and then I started taking Bucked Up, Woke AF, and it's got a lot of other stuff in it. I don't know how that affects muscle mass, but it definitely helps blood flow, and pretty much everything has to have blood flow to grow. So I think that helps a lot. As far as what I take right now, I was only taking creatine for quite a while. I've done a few bottles. You know what tongue cat ollie is?
I've heard of it. It's like supposed to be a natural plant. Is it a plant that they use but boost your testosterone?
Yeah, so I think it's some like root, some Chinese root. I don't know. But Huberman talks about it. He says he takes it all the time. So all right. I don't know if it made a big difference. I think it definitely made a little bit of a difference. But I took that for a month, then I took a month off, took it for another month, and what else? Like a multivitamin. I'm pretty much nothing. But now, as of 2 weeks ago, I went to the doctor, got a blood test done.
Nice.
I was feeling low energy, kind of tired, not feeling great. I had an Adderall prescription that I was taking for a while. I quit taking, so probably has a little bit to do with it.
Yeah.
But got my testosterone checked. I'm only at like 6 something.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, still good. Still good. But yeah, I would expect close to 900 with you.
Yeah, if like the upper range is 900 of normal level, I want to be like 1100.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I was only like 6 something. So the doctor recommended a supplement called DIM, which essentially it's like 5 servings of broccoli. There's a certain compound in broccoli that helps with your estrogen regulation. It helps not have extra estrogen in your body, essentially. I don't know a whole lot about it, but so I was taking that for like 4 or 5 days before I started this fast. I haven't been taking it, but that's the next
Was your
thing
estrogen high then?
I don't think they even checked my estrogen.
Oh, okay.
But usually, if you're starting to have symptoms of something and your testosterone's at normal level, this is according to the doctor, it can be estrogen issues. So if you have too much estrogen, I guess testosterone backslides into estrogen. So if you have too much testosterone backsliding into estrogen, you're going to have some symptoms that you don't want to have.
Damn. That's really surprising to me, especially with like how well you eat and everything. I would have expected. I mean, not that 600's bad at all. I would be lucky if mine was right there. I'm going to be honest. But yeah, like for like how hard you've worked out for so many years, it's got to be getting off that previous medication or something.
As healthy as I've been in certain aspects of my life, I've also been equally or more unhealthy in other aspects of my life.
Fair.
So it is kind of an overcorrection, what I've been doing. But yeah, I've lived a lifestyle that is not conducive to health.
Fair enough.
Years. But anyway.
Have you ever heard of Gary Brecka?
I have. Is that the Dana White guy?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So I need to look more into his stuff, but it interested me.
He does his company's called like 10X Health. Well, he also does like a blood test or DNA test, and so you can actually test to see what you're deficient in. And he'll give you supplements to. You'll supplement for what you're low in instead of just supplementing for supplementing.
Yeah.
And that's supposed to be extremely helpful, but I would love to do that sometime. It's like a $600 test.
Mm-hmm.
You only have to do it once, supposedly, and then you're just set for life. That'd be pretty sick.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good to me. I did I forget what it's called Genopalette, which is where they look at your DNA and they recommend foods based on your DNA.
Okay.
That's kind of a waste of money, but it was like, oh, dude, you should eat chicken.
Yeah.
That would be good for you. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you do? Whoa. What do you do with like your protein intake? What do you try? I've heard 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight flying around a lot. Is that pretty accurate to what you would try to achieve daily?
No, not at all. If you do that, you will definitely put on weight pretty quick, though. So, I pay very little attention to my diet.
Okay.
I just eat a shit ton of red meat.
Nice.
And a good carb. So, I make this. A lot of people think it's boring, but I make almost 1 meal, and that's all I eat. And it is a shit ton of ground beef.
Nice.
Some potatoes, if I have them. Some onions, pretty much whatever vegetables I have laying around. And that's it.
Oh, really?
That's it. That's almost all I eat. I'll eat it for breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if that sounds appealing at all, but
I mean,
it's easy. It's an easy meal prep. Cook it all up, put it in the fridge, and that's whenever I'm hungry, I just eat that.
I would go carnivore if I had the means to get like nice, healthy meat and everything. So that's pretty boring. But
yeah, I kind of have I have a foot in the door for that thing. So
yeah, I'm excited, dude. Do you want to talk about that? Because that's freaking sick.
Yeah, and we're gonna make it a little bit bigger and I'm gonna start selling it. So yeah, it's just grass fed, 100% organic meat and super high quality. If you have any store-bought burger, when you open that stuff I gave you up, put it next to each other.
Okay.
It's not even the same thing.
Really?
They're different colors, different consistencies. The stuff from the store is kind of like sticky and greasy.
Yeah.
Stuff I gave you, it's super, super lean. It almost is like venison.
Okay.
It's just a different type of thing. I don't know what's in store-bought stuff. I'll even get organic beef from the store. It's from Walmart, so I don't, it's Walmart.
Yeah. Yeah, they put a sticker on there that says it's organic, but that's about it, probably.
Who knows what you're getting there? But it's still not the same.
Yeah.
It's a completely different type of thing. I feel better when I eat it, and Liver King, right? Whatever. At the end of the day, the more natural you can get, I think the better.
Yeah.
And men eating red meat, probably a good idea.
Yeah.
So, that's about it.
Okay. Yeah, it's awesome. It's your dad that's doing that, yeah?
Yeah, I actually went and bought some cows today, though.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, so we drove up to some little town above Nephi, kind of in the mountains up there by Mountain View, I think. Got some cows. They're grass genetics. They're a lot leaner, so they're not like the big beef cows.
Yeah, they'll live past like 3.
Yeah. Yeah. But they're grass genetics. They're actually from Mexico. So
okay.
These are tough cows. They're almost wild animals. This is what they use in Texas. So they turn these things out. They can live on dust. It's like turning a deer out.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to see how the meat comes back from these. His other ones are also grass genetics. I'm not exactly sure the breed, but grass genetics cows are popular because they're really good at metabolizing grass, obviously. But you'll sell them, and people will put them in a feedlot. They can feed them a bunch of hay or grain, and they get super fat.
Right.
And then they can take that to the auction. They get more money for it. So
okay.
If you're taking it to the auction, you make less money if you just keep them grass-fed forever. But the quality of meat's a lot higher. You get more. There's more omega-3. There's more nutrients in the meat. If you just look up the difference between grass-fed and grass-finished versus whatever grain-fed, hay, whatever they're feeding it.
Nice.
It's a pretty big difference.
So are you guys mostly just going to focus on cattle, or you're going to turn it to a whole regenerative operation?
I want to do a whole regenerative operation.
That'd be sweet.
Hey, get your boy Landon in with some bees.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. So all the stuff I like to do for the most part, is free, but the food that I eat, I'm still buying from the store. So, I mean, there's a certain point where you're just running a small farm to feed yourself.
Yeah.
But I think it's a really cool thing to be able to get good food that you know is good food.
Yeah.
That doesn't have all these hormones and chemicals and stuff in it. You know what Yucca is? The app.
I've heard of it.
So it's an app that you scan food or health products with.
Okay.
And it shows you all the bad stuff in it.
Mm.
And we're pretty much just like castrating ourselves, killing ourselves with all this crap that we eat.
It shows you like the micros, because a lot of people focus on macros, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it would probably be showing you like a lot of the micros and like, yeah, like the genetically altered fuckery with it.
Not even genetically altered fuckery. It's just ridiculous the things that are legal to put in food.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. This is stuff that's cancer causing. It causes ADHD. It causes your kidneys to fail. It's ridiculous that that's in food.
Yeah.
We're just eating it, and giant companies are making a profit on it. Yeah, monoculture's terrible. It'd be great to have just a small scale operation that could feed your family and then feed some of the neighbors.
Mm.
So everything natural. At a certain point, it'd be a pain in the ass to run, but that's something that's important to me.
Yeah.
But no, I do want to expand it. So cows are cool, but I think the absolute highest quality of meat that you can get is wild animals, obviously.
Yeah.
Deer and elk. The cows are pretty close for me, and it's a lot easier to run them. But we're looking at getting some deer.
That'd be awesome.
You can't run mule deer in Utah because it's regulated. It's illegal to do it. But you can get other types of wild deer from Asia.
Mm.
And you can raise those.
Nice.
And yeah, we'll see how these cows go.
Okay.
Obviously, got to find a place to sell it.
Yeah.
But if it goes pretty well,
are you guys
it's a good market for it.
Here in Miller County then doing that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll deliver it. My little brother's got a driver's license. We'll send him over. Get you hooked up.
Hell yeah.
I'll be up in Northern County. My dad's here in Millard. And we're looking to get a little bit more land and expand it a little bit. I don't know. I think it's a great product, obviously. It's almost all I eat.
Yeah.
I think it makes a massive difference if you're somebody that's health conscious
Mm-hmm.
and you want to put on muscle. There's something about it because it's, I was telling you earlier, it's very high quality ground beef.
Yeah.
It's not just trim, it's not fat. It's all of the steak cuts.
Right.
So you're getting ridiculously high quality ground beef. And I mean, you can get steak cuts. I don't hate steak, but for meal prep,
yeah, I love steak.
It's so easy to cook ground beef.
Yeah,
and if
that's
you have
true.
steak quality ground beef, it's super lean. You're getting amazing protein content for the amount that you're eating. It's a really easy way for it. So, really easy way to get your protein in.
Yeah, my mouth watering just thinking about it. Dude. I actually had a steak right before we did this.
I might cut up some steaks on these other ones, but I think we probably talked about this. If you could take a pill and just not have to eat, would you?
Yeah, I remember having this conversation one time.
I'm the type of person that would absolutely take the pill. Eating's a pain.
Yeah.
So less time I spend cooking and eating, the better.
Yeah. I think I would majority of the time take the pill.
Yeah.
But steak, oh man. There's something about cooking steak too. I love cooking steak. It's like my dad's hobby is coffee. Like he loves his espresso machine. He could make 100 of those a day and just be content. He's just happy doing that. Like steak for me though, that's my go-to. I love, something about just getting it right.
So your dad's always making coffee, and you're always making steak.
Yeah.
Okay, you got a spare room here, bro.
Yeah, dude, we got a queen bed in the room next door.
Yeah, that's some man shit right there. Coffee and red meat.
Yeah, I prefer the red meat. They like chicken a lot. And, other meats.
There's nothing wrong with chicken. It's just I can't eat chicken all the time.
Yeah, I get bored of it.
Yeah.
It's pretty bland.
It's super bland, dude.
Yeah.
I need something with a little more oomph.
Yeah, you gotta add like sauces and a lot of extra calories to chicken to make it wonderful all the time.
Edible.
Yeah. Just salt on steak though, man.
A little salt and pepper, it's
dude. Yeah, a lot of times I don't even use pepper. Just salt that bastard up.
Do you like fatty steaks or do you like lean steak?
When I was living in St. George, I would eat mostly lean steak.
Mm-hmm.
Here, that's not really not. I mean, the grocery store meat. It's just whatever they've got.
Yeah.
Ashton's. It's all fatty stuff, which is still great, but I also know that it's nowhere near as healthy. But also my grandparents and stuff, they'll get beefs, and so I'll get stuff from them. But it's usually pretty fatty stuff.
Yeah.
I prefer the lean stuff if I could get it.
Yeah. I can't remember what the cuts are called. What's it's super popular. It's a pretty fatty cut.
Wagyu steak.
Nah, I'd remember that one.
No?
Nah.
That one's like a Japanese steak that's super fatty. But
anyway, yeah, I'm not a big fan of fatty steaks, but a lot of people like them. I was curious.
Yeah, I'm not the hugest fan of fatty steak. I mean, if there's like a little bit of marbling, it's nice just because it gives it a little bit more flavor. Like the butter can soak in a little better. But usually with lean steak, you can just kind of poke holes in it with a fork, and then your butter will seep in. Man. Oh, dude. It gets me... Oh, dude. It gets me bricked up thinking about it.
I can tell you're a man that knows the steaks.
Oh, yeah. I love... Dude. Red meat in general is just... That's my thing, for sure.
It's good.
My grandpa used to raise elk. He had an elk farm. And I loved that, dude. Oh, man. He would have, like, elk hamburger.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it was ridiculous. It's so good. We had it for a long time in our freezer being unused. And we thought that they were going to just, use it when they came over, grab some or whatever. It ended up a lot of it going to waste because it was like freezer burnt and stuff. Dude,
that sucks.
It was a bummer. Yeah.
That's super sad.
But, yeah.
Elk is top tier.
Elk is so yummy.
Taste, but also quality.
Mm-hmm.
You can't beat elk.
Yeah, it's like one of the most nutritious meats that you can get on the planet, I think.
Yeah. Super, super healthy, too.
Yeah. Well, you gotta think, kind of in their DNA.
Yeah.
Just running around for hundreds of thousands of years, getting beefed up. It's like a super athlete.
It is. And you are what you eat.
Yeah.
So that's why, again, I'm eating freaking bowl hamburger. That's probably a good amount of the reason I gained 40 pounds of muscle. There's something there to that. But if I could only eat deer and elk, I'd probably opt for that.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw in a little beef just because beef's pretty freaking tasty. But
yeah. I like beef.
Yeah, beef's great. But,
yeah.
Dude. A lot of people don't like mule deer either.
I don't know if I've had mule deer.
If you would have said something, I would have brought some over.
Yeah.
Well, my brother shot a deer.
Nice.
He's getting mad because I'm eating all this venison though.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
That's good. No, I've maybe had some like jerky or something.
Yeah.
But I can't. Yeah. Elk jerky though is not my favorite, I will say. Yeah. I don't know what that is. But
I don't know if I've ever had elk jerky.
I don't know. I just feel like there's so many better ways that you could eat elk. And then I tried jerky from an elk, and it was like, it's just so mid compared to like, a backstrap or something. Like, even a elk hamburger. Delicious. Yeah. But, yeah.
Elk are pretty delicious. What's the weirdest thing you've ever ate?
Oh, dude, I'm picky. Like, nothing. I don't eat anything. I'm super, like, meat is the number one probably weirdest thing that I've eaten just because it was something that was living and it's not anymore. Like,
yeah. What's the weirdest type of meat you've eaten?
I think I had shark one time.
That's pretty weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
think I had shark on a cruise, and I don't remember this like personally. I've just been told stories, and I might be getting it wrong, but I actually was told that I liked it. So
okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. I might like shark, but also it's way longer ago than I can even remember, so.
Fair.
Yeah, who knows? What about you? What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten?
I've eaten some weird things that I don't want to say on camera. But I have eaten a jackrabbit, which is...
Okay.
That's not that weird, but people don't eat those. But...
I about tried one time when I was working in St. George with some of the homies there. Yeah. They cooked up a jackrabbit, and they finished it all before I could get to it. I was kind of thankful, though.
Dude, I might have. So the taste was actually pretty good. It
Yeah.
didn't taste bad at all. But they're so full of tendons and sinews that as soon
Yeah.
as I put it on a hot pan, it just became rubber.
Yeah.
So you'd have the gnarliest jawline of all time if you ate jackrabbit every day.
Yeah, I bet.
But, yeah.
Eating
Anyway.
mostly tendons.
Oh, yeah, it's so chewy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Mm.
Pretty good, though.
Let's shut off again. It's not. Luckily, we're not losing the audio, but I've got a couple more questions.
I don't know if I'm answering any of them. I have horrible ADD.
Oh,
so.
dude, no. I love it when, like, I had my buddy Dallas on this last podcast. It was the history one. I don't know if you listened. But when I can ask somebody something and then they can just go for... dude, it's the most wonderful thing because I don't have to say anything. I can just sit and be like, yeah, yep. But that one was awesome. He knew so much about the Civil War specifically.
That's cool.
Dude, it was awesome. But I was actually going to ask you, what does an ideal diet consist of? So there you go.
An ideal diet. My diet is probably not ideal. I should probably eat more vegetables. But if everything that you eat does not come in a package, you have a great diet.
Mm.
That's my idea of a great diet.
Okay.
So anything that comes in a can or plastic, don't eat it. You're in good shape.
Okay. So, that's 99% of Americans are out already.
Oh, yeah, dude. Well, in college, I would eat 4 or 5 spicy chickens with 3 or 4 large Pepsis.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah.
That was bad.
Yeah.
You're in your 40s, you're not coming back from that.
No shot, dude. No shot.
Yeah, you gotta turn that ship around early.
Yeah. Yeah. You can only consume so much poison before you're just bloated and
That's crazy.
Bert Kreischer.
Going back to yucca, there's stuff that you assume is healthy that you eat all the time. It's horrible.
Mm.
Not even for sugar content, fat content, whatever, right? It's the additives.
Yeah.
That I had no idea. I thought this stuff's healthy. I scan it, and it's got all these additives that are slowly killing me.
So what are some, did you recall what some of the additives are that do just murder people?
So they don't have chemical names. It's like GN95- whatever, right?
Mm.
So nothing that I remember by name for the most part. Obviously, like silicon dioxide is an anti-caking agent that's in a lot of seasonings, but that's not even a major risk one.
Okay.
But if you scan it, it'll tell you what the risks are. There's stuff that's, again, you're pretty much chemically castrating yourself. There's stuff that's bad for your DNA,
Mm.
different enzymes in your body, heart, liver, major organs, stuff makes your hair fall out. There's all this crazy crap.
It's awesome.
Sick, right? love to have all that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, McDonald's does that to people for sure.
after 2 years of not eating McDonald's, I went bow fishing with my buddy in Florida.
Yeah.
So we're coming back from bow fishing at like 2 a.m. McDonald's is the only thing open.
Oh,
Only thing open.
nice.
So I stopped at McDonald's, got my spicy chickens, and I thought I was going to die.
Yeah.
Next
Mexican
day,
food
bro.
starts feeling nice after you eat some McDonald's after a while, huh?
I actually still like Mexican food.
Yeah, dude, Mexican food's fire.
I think every time we landed, whether California or Texas, we went and got Mexican food.
Yeah. There's a
Yeah?
yeah. I
Were you
think
ever
so.
in my car?
I think I don't know if I was in your car specifically, but we all met up at some restaurant in California, in LA.
Oh, that one was sick, actually. That was
Yeah.
a cool restaurant.
Yeah.
I like that restaurant.
It was I had a very tasty carne asada quesadilla.
Yeah, they had a giant swordfish on the wall, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a cool restaurant.
Yeah, that was sweet.
Yeah.
I think we got Mexican food on the way back, too.
Yeah. In Texas and California, there's a lot of good Mexican food.
Oh, dude, I was bummed that I didn't get to eat much in Texas when we were there. I'm not going to lie.
Well, we were in Dallas.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Austin probably would have been a little bit more poppin' as far as food.
Yeah.
But, we got Mexican food. Me and you got Mexican food in Texas.
I don't remember. There's been so many Mexican food trips.
Yeah.
I remember we got barbecue.
Yeah, you guys all went and got barbecue. There was like 3 of us that didn't get barbecue with you guys.
Unfortunately.
I was one of them. I was so bummed, dude. I wanted barbecue that whole trip. I love barbecue.
Barbecue's pretty good, too.
Yeah, Texas barbecue,
Yeah.
dude.
That was fire. Big old plate of brisket.
Yeah. I was about to walk out one day and just go get some freaking barbecue. Not make you guys any money.
I wouldn't blame you one bit.
Oh, dude, I was considering it because that trip sucked so bad for me, dude. There was like 3 days I was still recovering from being like horrifically sick right before.
That. Yeah.
So like the first 3 days I didn't eat, and then as soon as I could, oh man, I wanted barbecue.
I thought that was California.
California, I got sick on the trip. That was literally the month before. And then when we went to Texas, I got sick like 2 days before the trip. I was throwing my guts up again, and I still felt like pretty woozy. When we were in Texas, I'm sure like the plane ride and everything didn't help.
Yeah.
And so the first 2 days, I don't think I ate anything at all. And then
got a 48-hour fasting right there.
Yeah, yeah, maybe longer because yeah, I was yakking for a couple of days before that. But
dude, kind of unrelated, but I would recommend using an app if you're gonna do a fast.
Okay.
It helps for some reason to be able to turn it on and see how many hours you've done.
Yeah.
It feels like you're making progress.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of counting down towards where you're going, it counts up how long you've done it.
Nice.
So it's fun. It tells you all the health benefits, which stage you're at. So
okay.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
That's one thing, quitting nicotine.
Yeah.
I got an app for it.
Uh-huh.
And as soon as I got the app, it became a game. And then it made it fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
nice.
Yeah.
That's sick. You're still off the old nicotine then, huh?
Well, it's been a couple of years.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Last time I had a nicotine addiction was like 21 years old.
Nice. So like right as soon as you could, you were just like, nope, not anymore.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Everything that was appealing at 18 to 21, as soon as it was legal, was no longer very appealing to me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Personality trait, baby.
I guess so.
Anything I'm not supposed to do becomes the most fun thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. It's kind of a terrifying way to live for me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, not real. I mean, like, not as far as like the nicotine and stuff goes. Like, yeah, I'm not too worried about any of that. But yeah, just like, I don't know. You're pretty hardcore in a lot of ways. You see, I don't know, some of the stories that you've told me. Oh, dude, I don't know. I just get scared. I'm like, nah, I think I'm good on most of that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's a balance, you know? So, some things are just stupid.
Yeah.
But some things are fun.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we're all going to die in 60, 70 years anyway, so.
True. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how Elon Musk does with this Neuralink.
Dude, if he can keep me 25 forever, I'm down.
Yeah.
But
I don't want to grow old and decrepit and then just keep my brain. That'd
suck.
Yeah.
Unless they have a cool, like, bionic body to put you in.
Yeah.
Then I'd be cool with it.
I would probably consider that. My mom will hate me for saying that, but I would probably consider that.
That'd be such a weird thing, though, to not have any physical...
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Weird. They'd have
No
to feel,
sensation.
Yeah, if they just put your head in like a drone.
Oh, man.
It's just a drone flying around with your severed head on it.
Oh, that would be kind of tight. That would be kind of tight. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it wouldn't be too bad, I guess. But
I'd roll with that. That'd be sick, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. A drone?
Weird.
I mean, dude, yeah. Flying's pretty tight, dude. I don't know.
Yeah.
The only thing that would be better is, like, just being able to, like, transport consciousness instantaneously from one location to the next.
I mean, cool. I'd like having a body, though.
Yeah, bodies
like
are pretty sick.
Interact and feel stuff.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of weird to just,
Yeah.
severed head on a drone.
Yeah. Plus, I don't know about the whole soul thing. I'm not aware of what's going on there, but chances are is we're going to go haywire if we don't have, sensations.
Yeah. I don't know what the soul either. I think there's something, but...
Yeah, it's hard to determine what it is.
That's...
Well,
the world is too...
impossible.
The world is too weird,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Someone had to have made this up.
Yeah.
Whether it was, like, computer code
Yeah.
or God, right? This is too weird.
Kind of the same thing in a lot of ways.
It pretty much is.
Yeah.
Just someone creating something.
Mm-hmm.
It makes more sense that it'd be a simulation, really.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But
if it's a simulation, what is our soul?
yeah, that's just code, I guess.
Yeah, then we just die and then go. It's weird.
Yeah, it's almost cooler to think that it's God.
That's way cooler.
Yeah, yeah.
Seems less likely.
Yeah, it does seem a lot less likely.
Way cooler. I would rather it be that one.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I have a hard time thinking that, like, there's some floating creature up in the sky being like, oh, you messed up right there. Oh, you messed up again. It's like, dude, you fucking made this. What are you talking about? Like, what?
Oh, man. That'd be kind of sick, though. Just some dude with a giant beard telling everybody what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh, you stole that? You're fucked.
Dude, the funny thought that I had one time was, like, it would be... It would be really funny if they, like, you know, religious folks just got it all wrong. It's like, oh, you're not supposed to have coffee. We all know that one, you know,
Yeah.
that religion. You're not supposed to smoke. You're not supposed to drink. You're not supposed to, you know. What if it was really just like, you're not supposed to step on grass? You're not like just completely different than what they all are thinking.
I'd be fucked because I've cut through every single yard I've ever knocked on.
Yeah.
A lot of grass I've stepped
Dude,
on.
that video of you eating shit was so funny.
That's pretty funny.
Oh, me eating shit when we raced, too. That was pretty
That's also
funny.
pretty funny. I'm trying to think of more times I've eaten shit knocking doors. It might just be that time.
Oh, dude, that was so... It's great that it was on camera.
That was incredible.
Yeah. It was
I
so
went and
awesome.
asked the guy for the film.
Yeah.
That's how I got the film.
So great.
That's really funny.
Oh,
I
dude.
can't remember any more eating shit times, though.
Yeah.
I think that one.
I think the only time... Well, dude, there's definitely some video of me, like, tripping on people's doorsteps and stuff.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
But actually falling down, that one was probably the one and only.
I think it would be hilarious if, like, one of, you know, a salesman got famous, and all of a sudden people just started releasing their selling days on the internet, bro.
It's gonna happen.
Oh, man. There's gonna be a day, if this just manages to blow up somehow, there's gonna be a day where so many horrific instances will just pop up on the internet of me being like, you want to buy solar?
Oh, man. All the stupid stuff that we say.
Oh, man. Terrible.
Sometimes you just knock the door and you got foot mouth syndrome.
Oh, yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah. There's quite a lot of times. Yeah, out of, I don't know, like, what, 170 doors that you probably knock in a day, I'd say there was about 20 good interactions a day.
That's it?
Yeah. Oh, for like solid interactions. No,
Yeah.
there's like...
That's not bad.
There's good interactions in between, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But, like, to be, like, actual solid, like...
Actual conversations.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, 20 is very solid.
Yeah.
I probably have less than 20.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. There was some great ones with you, though, when we would go knocking together. There was probably above average on those days.
Yeah.
You and Spencer, man. That shit was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty... It's not a bad job, really.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
There's a lot of times that I miss it, for sure.
Yeah.
I miss my family, though, when I'm there. And I miss, you know...
That's the worst part about it.
Yeah.
Just traveling everywhere. It's fun at first, but I've lived out of a suitcase for the past 2 or 3 years, so
Yeah.
it's getting old.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, are you ever planning on, like, completely leaving that behind and eventually taking on your own types of things?
This year or next year.
Nice.
So I will either be going back to do my final year in January, or I'll just be done now.
Nice.
I haven't decided yet. Would be nice to have another pile of cash, but
Yeah.
at the same time, this is why I want to move on. It's not necessarily anything bad about the job. It's just if you're a salesman, it's transactional.
Mm.
You're not building a business, you're making a sale. If you want to build a business in the door-to-door space, you either have to own the company or start a team. I've ran a team. It's not the greatest.
Yeah.
It's all right. I love it. I think I'm a better salesman than I am manager so far.
Yeah.
But,
so do you guys still have your team, or you guys kind of moved from that?
I stopped going on blitzes in September.
Okay.
Yeah, I went rogue, dude. I
Yeah.
went to New Mexico, sleeping on my truck for like a week. That was a weird trip.
Nice.
But, yeah. I just drove to New Mexico. And you see my truck, right?
Yeah.
So I was just sleeping on the top of the camper shell in random spots. And I went all the way down to Las Cruces. I was just screwing around for a few days, Sorana and stuff.
Okay.
And then I've just been going out to California for like long-term trips.
Oh, nice.
Spencer, I think he did one more blitz to Reno, and now he's with Nick.
Okay. Cool.
But, yeah. Anyway, I don't even remember what I was talking about. This is what I'm talking about with the ADD.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, so we'll either go back to SoCal for a year, or I don't know what I'll do.
Okay. Do you still run into Spencer and all the boys out there? Or you're mostly just on your own?
I hang out with Trey and Zach very occasionally.
Nice.
I call Spencer every once in a while, just BS.
Nice.
I'm still in fairly close contact with everybody.
Sweet.
There's texts, but as far as actually seeing people, not a whole lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen Carson occasionally.
Oh, I saw Carson. I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, I'll see Carson occasionally. I haven't seen... I'll still text Trey occasionally. I'll hear from Devin occasionally.
Yeah. Still talk. Yeah. This is the cool part about our team, at least, is most door-to-door is super salesy, super douchey, super superficial.
Mm-hmm.
Super superficial is funny to say. But we had a very genuine team. So
yeah.
I can't think of anybody that was on more than 3 trips that I don't still talk to.
Really?
Yeah. I'm sure there's a couple people, but I can't think of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like, just in the short 4 months that I was there, it was like, we all got very, very close. I mean, you're in the same house for 10 days, so you're kind of bound. That's bound to happen. But, yeah, this is awesome. There's always going to be memories from those trips that I'll freaking love forever, dude.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Those are fun trips.
Yeah. But mostly on your own, then just doing it now.
Yeah, so... Dude, this is actually stresses me out.
Really?
I feel obligated to do 1 more year, but I don't want to do it that bad.
Mm.
Which, there's a difference between hard work and being afraid to do something and then just not wanting to do something.
Yeah.
So when I started it, I had a fear to do it because I'd failed at it earlier in my life. It was hard work. I wasn't afraid of the hard work. I wasn't afraid of facing my fear.
Right.
It was something I wanted to do. I wanted to overcome it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm to the point now, I don't want to do it. I'm not afraid of doing it. I don't mind hard work. I just don't want to do it. There's no joy in it right now.
Right.
Like, making another pile of money. I think there's other ways to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's for sure. That's what I'm trying to figure out right now, is how to make money.
Sales.
Yeah.
It's still sales. Like, whatever I do, I'm still going to be in sales. But I'd rather do more entrepreneurship type stuff.
Mm.
Because with solar, it's something people need. Obviously, people need electricity.
Mm-hmm.
Electric rates go up. It's kind of it's an easy sale, so to speak. But a lot of people don't want solar.
Yeah.
They might want cheaper bills, but they don't want solar.
Mm-hmm.
If you can find a product that people want and need actively, and then you can find a way to get it to them,
right,
that's how you make a really good business.
So I think for me, that's probably going to be mostly just like online stuff, podcasting. I feel like I do decent at it. I'm fairly decent at holding conversations with people. I'm still trying to get better. Like, I'll go and replay even a lot of my old podcasts and just pick apart things that I can do better.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do that with this one for sure. I did that with the one with Dallas, and the one with my mom. But yeah, just trying to make myself better at that, make myself a better communicator in general. Don't ever be stressed out when it comes to like, oh, it just went quiet. Now what? Now what? Like,
Yeah.
just popping in some kind of question. So I think that's a big thing for me. In a lot of ways, this is a sales type of thing too, because I gotta, you gotta interest people. So you're trying to, they're selling you their time, I guess, but I've got to be interesting enough to be able to keep that. And then I want to start doing I've been thinking about this a lot recently. It probably sounds pretty cliche and lame, but starting up a YouTube page for working out, because I'm still in the beginner stage. So I feel like I can kind of get away with being like, oh, I'm a beginner.
That's a great excuse.
Give me tips and stuff in the comments, and I'll never read them.
Now you gotta respond to them.
Yeah, no shot. No shot. People are too psycho. But yeah, I think that this is probably where I'm gonna do my best kind of work.
And dude, I respect the hell out of people that do stuff they want to do. I know so many people, and this is probably like a sign to make a decision on this, but I know so many people that do stuff they hate just to make money, and they do it for long enough that they don't believe they can do anything else. So I love people that do stuff they like.
Yeah.
Even if they're not making a ton of money doing it or whatever, right?
Right.
I think that's a better life.
Yeah.
Even if you're not making a ton of money, if you're doing something that you like and you can get good at it, then you can make a lot of money with it.
Yeah.
For all we know, all we have is this life, right? And a lot of people have spent the last 50, 60 years living or working a job they hate to retire and then just regret their entire life.
Yeah, that's very true.
Just to pay a mortgage and have a nice car.
Yeah. That's something I do not want to fall victim to. Like, I don't know, I was talking about selling your time. It's essentially what you're doing with a job.
Yeah.
You're just selling your time for, a dollar amount, which is terrifying to me.
That's bad. Well,
would you mind pointing that mic towards your mouth a little?
Yeah, my bad, dude.
Oh, you're good. Thank you.
Yeah, selling your time for a specific dollar amount, it depends, because if you like what you're doing, cool.
Yeah.
Even if it's a lower dollar amount and you're still bound to that wage, cool. But you're spending your time every day. You are going to spend your time, but what are you spending it doing?
Yeah.
That's what scares me.
Yeah.
Because I don't hate knocking doors, but I don't love it.
All right.
So
do you think you've peaked in your ability with it as well?
I'm very talented. I'm very technical.
Mm-hmm.
But the emotion part of sales is the biggest part of it.
Yeah.
And the emotion's less there than it used to be. So I think technically I'm better, but emotionally I'm not. So.
Okay.
And it take a lot of work to convince myself to emotionally be there again.
Yeah.
You can't convince yourself of anything, but.
Yeah, you got to know whether or not it's worth it.
Yeah. There's so many different ways to make money today, and at the end of the day, if you have enough money to do what you like to do, that's all that matters. And if you can make any money to support yourself doing what you like to do, I think that's better than trying to get. No one agrees with this, but I think it's better than trying to get rich, personally.
Yeah, I think so. I think a lot more people are realizing that now too, slowly but surely. Like I was just watching a clip of Mr. Beast on Joe Rogan. He was explaining how Rogan was like, "What do you ball out on?" Like he's like, I just don't really need money. Like I give most of my money away. They either go to like the YouTube videos, or he like has a whole bunch of different like I don't know, he does things for like homeless people, like I don't know, but he was explaining like there was like a very short period where it balled out, like did bought the Gucci, bought the nice car, decent car at least. It was a Audi something or another, and just like and then a lot of that stuff got stolen. Realized, hey, I don't even really like that stuff anyway, so might as well not have it. But I think people are slowly coming to the realization that things are just things, you know?
It's true.
I have a hard time with that still. It's like, I'll itch to get like a Sur-on, and then I got a Sur-on.
That's different.
Yeah.
That's different. Helicopter.
Dude, oh man.
Like these are different.
Yeah.
This is different.
Yeah. That's true.
Those actually matter.
Yeah. There's things that like
You do
can
need a
exceed your
helicopter.
enjoyment. Yeah, dude, I absolutely need one.
I do.
I need
a
one.
helicopter.
I would love to get a helicopter license, dude. Oh man. I'd love it. Airplane too. Either way, I would be
Both.
dude.
I need both.
Hell yeah.
Definitely do need both of those.
Yeah. That's a goal for sure. Eventually. Eventually that will
I
happen.
take back everything I said. Helicopter, all that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that would be sick. Well, it's the ultimate vehicle. The ultimate vehicle.
It's sick, dude.
Yeah.
Like, people are out here flexing their car. Dude, I got a helicopter.
Yeah. Well,
I got a helicopter.
what's their car gonna do when the zombies attack?
Dude, you can only go the speed limit for the most part in your car, or else you're going to be going to jail or something. Go
Yeah.
as fast as I want.
Yeah.
There's no speed limit in the sky.
Oh, dude, this goes back to that head on the drone, dude.
Let's go. It's the ultimate form of helicopter.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It's so tight. Helicopter would be the move someday.
It's going to be. Helicopters are a little bit more expensive, but you can get a decent plane for like 40, 50 grand.
Dude, you can get a below decent plane for like 15 grand. That's a car.
Do you want to fly it more than once? That's the question.
Hey, if it can hold gas, dude, it's set. I'm ready to go.
As long as you can land it, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, shit.
I don't know. I guess it depends on where I want to fly. But
Yeah. If you want something to fly out of the country, you're going to have a hard time
Yeah.
with 40, 50 grand. But
no, I think staying within the country, though, for, even a 40, 50 grand plane.
dude, speaking of
tight.
staying within the country, I think
Uh-huh.
I want to move out of the country for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where to?
Colombia.
What?
Yeah.
Sounds like you're trying to sell some coke.
Shit, that's what the plane's for, bro.
Yeah, there we
Plane.
go. That's
Yeah.
had to put those two together. Yeah.
Nah, dude, Colombia sounds sick.
Yeah.
So, Latinas, obviously. Number one. Obviously.
Brother.
Number one.
You're speaking my language the past few minutes. God damn.
Let's go. But as far as South America goes, I think South America is super dope, but a lot of the cool countries are sketchy as hell.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Brazil, sketchy. I don't think I'd want to go to Brazil. Peru's getting kind of sketchy, I've heard.
Really?
Yeah. But also, Colombia, sick. You got Pablo Escobar. Let's go.
Yeah,
Send it to
yeah.
Colombia. Yeah. They got everything. They got mountains, they got beaches, and Latinas. That's all you need in life.
Oh yeah. Dude. You could go balls to the walls in Colombia.
You can.
Yeah.
So yeah, like do 6 months, 9 months in Colombia, and then reevaluate from there.
That would be tight.
Yeah, it's pretty cheap too. You can do 9 months in Colombia, kind of balling out for like 10 grand.
Yeah, and is it Colombia that doesn't have like, well, like obviously most places probably don't have the amount of taxes that America has, but it's like property tax or something like that, non-existent there.
I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
You can't in Mexico actually. You can buy property in Mexico as long as it's 40 miles from an international border or the ocean.
Mm.
So you can be a non-resident, non-property in Mexico. I don't know about Colombia.
Huh.
I didn't plan on buying property, but
Yeah.
just
go and stay there for a while.
yeah, dude. I might do that anyway. Maybe instead of making a decision on solar, I'll just leave the country for a few months.
Yeah. Yeah, you like wild shit. I'd be like Colombia, Africa,
Africa would be tight, but
and
not to live.
Australia.
Australia's sick too.
Yeah, I assumed. I just named the three gnarliest places I could think of.
Those are 3 places I absolutely want to go.
Yeah.
South America, I'm going to go next year. I haven't made a plan for Africa or Australia. The only thing about Africa and Australia is the flight would be horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
You might like China. I
Nah.
heard they're pretty gnarly over there.
Nah. I'm not going
Yeah,
to China.
no
Nah.
shot. No
Nah.
shot.
No interest in going to China.
Japan, maybe.
Nope.
No?
No. Probably go to like Indonesia
Mm.
and Thailand.
Thailand would be sick.
Thailand would be cool. Yeah, some of those other countries, the smaller ones.
Japan's pretty small, isn't it?
Well,
I guess comparative
population-wise,
to
it's pretty big, I thought, but
probably.
like the size of the country is pretty small.
Yeah.
China's massive too.
Yeah.
You don't realize how massive China is until you like pull it over next to the U.S.
Yeah.
It's freaking huge.
Yeah.
So they might have a ton of people, but they got a lot of space.
Yeah.
I just don't. It's a communist country.
I'm good.
They have a lot of pretty stuff there. I've seen pictures. I'm good.
Yeah, it's something that I would like to see, but I think I could go my life without it, probably. Pictures are pretty sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. There's some things that it's like, what's the worth? You know? Like, Russia is scary enough.
Dude, I actually have a friend that served a mission in Russia.
Mm-hmm.
He got beat up all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, scary.
Yeah. They hated missionaries and they just jump them and then beat them up. Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of crazy. I mean, obviously, though, it's like a whole different... Yeah, obviously.
So, this is what he was telling me. I don't know if it was, they are all a certain religion, but the culture there was if you're asking somebody to become a different religion, it's like asking them to renounce their Russian citizenship.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. So it'd be like a Mexican coming into the United States and be like, hey, yo, you shouldn't be an American, you should be a Mexican.
Oh.
And they're like,
Yeah.
they're pretty patriotic, which is surprising after everything that's happened in Russia, but...
Yeah. Well, I don't know. You kind of can compare it to, like, Trump's following. You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking
it's like
about the Soviet Union.
Yeah. Well,
Everyone's
isn't that what...
starving to death.
Yeah. Isn't that what Putin's trying to bring back, though?
I'm really not very political or historically educated.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, you could kind of compare it to, like, Trump's following, because everybody that loves Trump, you know? It's like, they'll follow him no matter what he does, and they'll back him. He'll be like, I don't know, Gillis has a funny bit about it, where he's, like, saying something about how, he's like, yeah, Trump will be, like, on stage and say something about how some lesbian woman, everybody's like, oh, this one's going to be a hard one to defend at work. I'm going to anyway. Like,
Is that his new special?
Yeah.
I haven't heard his newest special. What's it on?
Netflix.
I don't have Netflix.
Oh.
That's it.
It's good. It's very good.
I know. I've been waiting for it to come out on Apple Music.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It might be on Spotify.
I don't have Spotify. I know it's not on Apple Music because I went and looked for it when I saw it came out. It's a funny dude.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite for sure.
Yeah.
I think between like him and Bill Burr, those are probably fighting for number one.
Bill Burr's great.
Yeah, I love Bill Burr.
Do you like any of the newer comedians?
Cam Patterson's really good.
Haven't heard of him.
He's famous from Kill Tony. Trying to think.
That's not the black dude that likes rocks, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Aha.
Yeah, he's good. His actual stand-up's good. Like, I know a lot of people just love him for that clip.
Well, that's his viral clip. That's what I somehow remembered the name Cam. Subconsciously, maybe. But
Yeah, he's actually really good. Yeah, obviously stand-up's like some of my favorite ever, but I don't know, I've always done this thing where I just like love the GOATs for some reason. Like if you looked at my Spotify Wrapped from from this year, it's like number 1 Mac Miller, number 2 J. Cole, number 3 Kendrick Lamar, 4 Baby Keem, 5 JID. It's like all the people that like would stereotypically be considered number 1, you know, and the newer generation, Baby Keem and JID are like, they're probably considered number 1 in their generation. So, I don't know. So I have a hard time not just. I don't know. I got on the Shane Gillis bus fairly early, but still like after his first special, right around the time his first special came out.
Yeah, I remember growing up on Pandora. We had me and my brother shared a room forever, so we'd always have Today's Comedy radio going on. So I actually have been exposed to stand-up comedy since I was like 8.
Yeah, hell yeah. And I remember always watching Fluffy. You ever heard of Fluffy? Yeah, Fluffy. Dude, Nate Bargatze, he's like a big comedian, but he doesn't swear at all or anything. He's actually one of my favorites too. But yeah, really good. I mean, I think probably because his mannerisms and demeanor and everything are like very similar to my family's. It reminds me of my family a lot. So yeah, his stuff cracks me up like crazy. But yeah, as far as like newer comedians, there's not a whole lot that I even know other than Cam and yeah, just the people on Kill Tony. Like people that do Kill Tony every week, I'll watch them. But other than that, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird because I write my own stuff, so it's hard to listen to a lot of the newer people's stuff because you don't want to be stealing, you know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's that you do take inspiration from people that you know are great. So I think it's part of me that's like I don't even really care to listen to the newer people's stuff because I would end up putting maybe possibly bad ideas into my own thing. And I'm already going to have enough of those on my own.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
When you start in sales, generally take advice from the people that have been there a while.
Yeah.
Or the people that are doing well, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I never really thought about it like that, but yeah.
Most things are applicable to other things, you know.
True. That's very true.
There are truths in life.
Yeah. Well, shit, dude. I would say we went over pretty much everything. Yeah, I guess, I don't know. I don't think there's really anything else that I wanted to bring up. I did want to know, like, your thoughts on main gaining versus bulking. You kind of explained that already.
Yeah, I think anything you can do consistently is better than anything you don't do consistently.
For sure. Hell yeah. Well, other than that, then I'm ready to wrap this up if you are.
Let's do it.
Sweet, dude. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, if you want to shout out anything, go ahead. Socials, anything like that.
Not a whole lot. You can follow me on Instagram. I don't even know what it's called. Look up Kaleb Kelly. You might find me.
Sweet.
Yeah, we're going to start selling this meat right now. We don't have any advertising or anything set up yet, but if you want some of that,
Sweet.
reach out to my boy Derek or me. We'll get you set up.
Hell yeah. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.